This week on the Spotlight, we talked to Taj Gibson. He's a longtime bull who understands the situation. And then we talked to Giolito, one of the newest White Sox with an interesting Hollywood story. And then we go to trivia from the championship match, the 2016 Benkowski title match. And congratulations to the New England Patriots, Super Bowl champs, again. Check out my website, benkowski.com, for my weekly article and up-to-the-minute trivia sites. From wherever Chicago's sports teams are making news, it's the Perfect Pitch Auto Repair Sports Spotlight. Flowers for every imaginable occasion at Lansing Floral Shop. Call them at 708-474-1212. They deliver. You've got to get to Irish Legend. They have great food, great drink, the outdoor patio, great staff, open at 11 a.m. daily. Easy to reach. Just go down Archer, 8933 in Willow Springs. Great place, Irish Legend. You've got to get to the Sock. Live Benkowski Trivia, alternate Thursdays, 8 p.m., 93rd and Roberts Road. With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta, great donuts, and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. You know Huck Finn is open. You've got to get to Dr. Sherman Clay, chiropractor. Gentle adjusting. Most insurance accepted. Massage therapy, too. Walk-ins are welcome. Call 773-324-4325. That's HEAL. Dr. Sherman Clay. You've got to get the Snapper Seafood and Chicken like I do at 115th and Western. Amongst their fine menu items, tilapia, perch, catfish, shrimp, conch from the Miami Connection, crab, but Philly steak and grilled food. It's great. Get the Snappers. You've got to get to Shelton Fireworks, the world's largest warehouse, off Interstate 94, exit 22B in Porter, Indiana. Row after row of the best fireworks anywhere, from the little ones to the grand finales that'll end your show. Birthdays, anniversaries, graduations, in addition to the 4th of July. Just get over there to Shelton Fireworks now. Then you can reload by the time summer comes. Shelton Fireworks, I-94, exit 22B in Portage. You've got to get to the Ballpark Pub. Great soups, salads, burgers, pulled pork, mixed drinks, 16 beers on tap, and my trivia game Monday, February 20th at 8 p.m. You better be there at 514 West Pershing Road. It's a great place. It's got a lot of great stuff. Check out the Ballpark Pub for food, drink, and my trivia. We're back in the spotlight. Norm Van Leer was one of the first players I ever talked to when I came here as a teenager, reporting for WUIC, the UIC campus radio station. And he was always so good to me and always had a quote, help me out. And then years later, I got to work with him on the radio. What a delight that was. And he was lost too soon. But he's looking down on us, shining down on us right now. And I hope he has some wise words he can get to the Bulls to straighten out this season. They've had a crazy up and down run with beating the premier teams and losing to lesser ones. We talked to the veteran Taj Gibson about why that's happening and what he can maybe say to his young teammates to help him out. We're back in the spotlight. We're into the second half of the season. And Taj, just trying to get a reading, a barometer from you. You've been through the wars as much as anybody to know, how to maybe get this team on a little more consistent path. You guys always play so great against the top-tier teams, and then, sometimes not against the lesser foes.
We have to just get in the rhythm, get everybody back healthy, but plus just getting a good rhythm, having everybody's on the same page of just getting together. We had a good rhythm going, then injuries kind of knock us off a little bit, and we kind of lose the momentum. But we have no other choice but to just keep working through it. Continue to play hard in practice, but to continue to do the things that help you get success in the first part. But don't shy away from you got to shy away from the negative aspects of the game. To stay positive and keep trying to bring in every game.
I know one of the things that earlier in your career, and you've been through a few coaches now, the defensive intensity. When that's there, that usually keeps a team in a more consistent mode because you're shutting the other team down. How do you get that defensive intensity back?
From again, the defensive intensity just comes from within. You have to tell yourself that you want to go out there and play hard-nosed defense, even when your shot isn't falling or when things aren't working for your team. But it starts in practice. It starts guys challenging each other. I can't get better on defense without the next man pushing me on offense. So it's a number of things, but it takes a full team.
One thing that I just kind of observed, and I don't know if I'm right, I'd like to hear your thoughts, sometimes just maybe physicaling it up a little bit and really, making a player pay when he tries to get it in the paint. Because it seems like one of the bigger problems is people drive into the hole on you guys.
You really can't play like that in today's game. You can get a flagrant 1 or a flagrant 2 and sitting there and you get ejected. But the majority of the time it comes from strong defense or knowing the guy behind you is going to have your back. But one thing about the bigs, we challenge a lot of the shots going up to the rim. But it's hard. You can't go after all of them. Sometimes the line drives happen, but it all comes from just playing solid defense, keeping your man in front of you. But we all have to just help each other. It all comes from helping each other and knowing the man's behind you is going to help.
Yeah, I think probably now that you mention it, because of the solid shot blocking that you guys are known for, I was thinking more of the non-bigs in terms of the hard fouls and cutting down the penetration.
It's tough sometimes, but it's one of those things where you have to want to guard. You still have a lot of young guys still figuring out the league of learning how to guard one-on-one. Back years ago, it was different. You had to come in and really guard a man, or you weren't going to play. So it's a lot of leeway, but it's completely different. I wish you could take a hard foul in today's game, but the refs are so on top of the game where it's really hard to make a hard foul.
Well, the good news is you play your premier games against the top opponents. So deep down, the Bulls know that they can beat the best. You just got to get to the playoffs and have a shot at it.
That's the bright side about it, but the other side of it is you have to, it's not just getting to the playoffs, but to be consistent. You know what I'm saying? These games build character in your team to prevail you for late on in the season when you're in a playoff position or you're challenging for a playoff spot. These games help you build character. So hopefully we can learn a little bit better and get some wins.
Well, I would say keep doing what you're doing and don't be afraid to be vocal with the youngsters, even if it sounds a little harsh at times.
Yeah, I'm always vocal, but the first thing is I try to lead by example, try to bring it in practice, try to just show by example. Because a lot of times talking is like you can be talking to a wall, and sometimes in this new generation, a lot of people don't understand is you have to guard your position to be successful in this league. Jimmy, for years before he even got started, he guarded his position extremely well. So it's baby steps, but I'm gonna continue to try to be vocal in the film and try to encourage him.
Thank you. Appreciate it. You've got to get to Lansing Floral Shop. Open at 8 a.m. daily. Besides a great array of live flowers, they have custom silks, Bridgewater candles. They want you to plan your parties early on a wide delivery area. They're located at 3420 Ridge Road in Lansing, or you can call 708-474-1212. Weddings, funerals, birthdays, anniversaries, and guys, try the No Reason flower. Believe me, it works. Lansing Floral Shop. Give them a call, 708-474-1212. Kim G. Sherman, psychotherapist, Des Plaines Wellness Center. Therapy for individuals, couples, families. Call 847-962-4849. I've known Kim for over 20 years. She is a true professional, and she will help you. Give her a call. Family Dentist, Lawrence Furland DDS, 109th and Kedzie, crowns, veneers, cleanings, improving your smile. They do a great job. Call 773-233-7044. Excellent work, impeccable. Call the family dentist, 773-233-7044. They did a great job for me, and they'll do a great job for you. You've got to get to Shelton Fireworks, the world's largest warehouse, off Interstate 94, exit 22B in Porter, Indiana. Row after row of the best fireworks anywhere, from the little ones to the grand finales that'll end your show. Birthdays, anniversaries, graduations, in addition to the 4th of July. Just get over there to Shelton Fireworks now. Then you can reload by the time summer comes. Shelton Fireworks, I-94, exit 22B in Portage. The Wise Owl has pizza, pork sliders, Cuban, carrot soup, elote burgers. Trivia Monday, February 13th at 8 p.m. Great cocktails and bartenders. Van Buren and Racine, a great place. I love the Wise Owl, and you will too. I'll see you there on Feb 13. A couple of guys who played for the Bears had family members who were Hollywood people, including a guy whose grandfather was in the movie The Godfather. But now the White Sox have a Hollywood connection because this pitcher we're about to talk to has some family on the small screen and large screen. And so he's going to tell you about it in the middle of this interview. I think a lot of the people who even were interviewing him were surprised.
Going in to go in and pitch the best I can and show who I am and hopefully earn a spot out of spring training. If I don't, then I go to AAA or wherever they send me and just work from there.
And how much did actually pitching for the Nats last year help you out, or did it matter?
Last year, I was able to get my feet wet in the big leagues a little bit and kind of understand, what it takes to be there, what it takes to stay there, which is the most important. At the same time, I learned a lot. I didn't pitch well last year at all, especially the big league level. So it was a huge learning experience, kind of learning how to deal with failure and how to pick back up after that.
You have Southern California roots, correct?
Yes, from
Okay.
Santa Monica.
All right, so I think I understand your family has some Hollywood and acting ties. Why don't you give a little resume for your parents?
Well, my mom's. As far as my parents go, my dad acted a little bit. They actually met at I'm trying to remember, University of Wisconsin. I don't know if it was Madison. I believe it was Milwaukee, actually. So they went to acting program there. That's where they met. They both were acting in New York throughout the 80s. My mom was on Broadway in, I believe, a Pulitzer Prize-winning play called M. Butterfly. And she was also on As the World Turns. She replaced Meg Ryan when Meg Ryan left the show, the soap opera. Lindsay Frost. And then since then, she's had all sorts of roles. She's had recurring roles in various network television shows, various movies. So that's my mom. My grandfather, Warren Frost, was an actor. He was a stage actor. He did some TV. I think he was on, I might be wrong. I know he was on Seinfeld. I think he did a little bit for Matlock. That's about it.
So when we hear you going through your voices, it should be no surprise that you've got some performance chops in that area.
I wouldn't say I do. I'm comfortable, in front of the camera. I'm comfortable performing. That's part of baseball. But as far as anything to do with being on stage or memorizing lines, I've ran lines with my mom growing up, and it's not really for me. My little brother Casey's senior in high school. He's going to be an actor. He's going to follow my mom's footsteps.
As far as performing, how excited are you to be part of this, baseball-wise, and being part of a young nucleus that a year or so down the road could be really good? Yeah,
like you said it. It's like a core young group now that we have here with the White Sox, and I'm excited to be a part of it. Being here, meeting all the guys, I feel like I'm fitting in pretty well, and I'm excited to get going.
Were you,
really excited for
were you
spring.
surprised that you were traded at the time? Did it catch you off guard at all? Or
there were a lot of talks going in. I know that a lot of moves were being made. The Nationals knew what they wanted, and the White Sox knew what they wanted. And yeah, I mean, I wasn't too surprised. It kind of came out of nowhere. I actually found out about it on Twitter. But at the same time, for me, it's like a fresh opportunity with a club that has aspirations to be good for a really long time, and I'm excited to be here.
Is it realistic to think that you can make the starting rotation this year?
I think so. I mean, I believe in myself. The work I've been putting in this off season has been like I've not put in work like this in my life. So I'm doing everything I can to go and prove myself in spring training and hopefully make the team. If I don't, then I go to AAA and continue to work on the things I need to work on. But I want to pitch in the big leagues as soon as I can.
What is your mentality knowing this is kind of a rebuild and playoffs might not necessarily be the priority at this time?
I mean, with that type of mentality, I think it allows guys to develop and grow as players and mold together. And then, everyone wants to win. So, at the same time, people might say, oh, the mentality isn't really about winning, it's about this and that. But at the same time, like, everyone wants to win. Like, we all want to win. So hopefully we can win a lot of games and continue to mold as a team.
You found out you got traded on Twitter. You were checking Twitter or somebody else told you about it?
I think I was just like watching TV with a buddy, and then I got a text like, hey, you should look at Twitter from another buddy, and then I looked, and that's where I saw the trade happen.
Did you pay much attention to what the White Sox did last year, and what were your feelings when you found out you were traded to them?
I'm sorry, can you repeat the question?
Have you paid much attention to what the White Sox did last year, and what kind of were your feelings when you found out you were traded to them?
My feelings when I got traded were great. I mean, they've been awesome. It's really starting to sink in now because I'm here and I've started to meet everybody, and I'm putting names to faces to names, and starting to get acclimated a little bit. But yeah, I mean, last year, I was in the National League, so I wasn't really paying attention much to what the White Sox were doing in the AL Central. But yeah, now I'm here and I'm excited.
Who on this roster had impressed you in the past, and now you're teammates with them?
One young guy, Carson Fulmer, has impressed me. I remember watching him when he was in college. We were the same class, and I played with him a little bit throughout the summers of junior and senior year of high school at showcases and whatnot. And then I saw how well he did, and the White Sox picked him up. And yeah, I'm excited. As I was saying, it's like all these young guys. I'm excited to be a part of it.
With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta, great donuts, and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. Huck Finn is open. Go play at Red Shoes Billiards, 12009 South Pulaski in Alsip, featuring 16 Brunswick Gold Crown pool tables, drop fluorescent lighting fixtures, and a fabulous grade of cloth. Call 708-388-3700. And now video gaming is available at Red Shoes from open till close. And don't forget, the Illinois Lottery, too. That's Red Shoe Billiards, 12009 South Pulaski. You've got to get to the Sock Live Minkowski Trivia, alternate Thursdays at 8 p.m. 93rd and Roberts Road. Great game, great people. Check out the Sock. I think you'll be glad you did when you go to my trivia game every other Thursday. 8 p.m., 93rd and Roberts Road. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie does tune-ups, transmission, AC service, engine repair, tire repair, oil changes, and emission system repair. They're open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., and they've done a great job for me. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie. You've got to get to Papa Joe's new location, 5900 West 111th Street. Italian beef, tetrazzini, great pizza, parmesan, ravioli, and more. All my classic choices, new location, and they can still deliver into the city. Get to Papa Joe's. You've got to get to Matt Anthony's Sports Bar and Grill, 3350 West 47th Street in the city. Serving La Coco's Pizza, sandwiches, and full bar. My trivia game every other Friday. It's a fun place with fun people, cool jukebox. Matt Anthony's, 3350 West 47th. Incredibles? Let's try it again. One of her initials is E. 2008, honey.
Oh.
5 seconds.
Too late already. I'll get it. Okay.
Going.
2?
Going. Melissa Etheridge. For R&B. Oh boy, not a championship answer. We go to Llama Farm.
What's your question?
5 seconds. Come on, this is in 2008. Don't tell me you weren't born. Going. So sorry, Donald Trump campaigners. We go to the illegal aliens. Mariah Carey is not it. I don't know, wait. We go to the bar. 5 seconds. Missy Elliott. That's a sensible try. That's sensible, but not it. To the side.
Yeah, or Raka Badu or whatever.
Okay, I can't. Whatever doesn't work.
Erica Badu.
Erica Badu is correct.
Yeah.
2008. So 5:10. Let's be exact. Night out.
I knew what you were trying to say.
Night out. Here we go. 2001. Name of the group that did Independent Woman. Destiny's Child is right. 140. So, night out to 290. They're coming on. Shy Sharks. 1 word answer. 2005, he did Let Me Love You. Five seconds. Should have picked up some of those teenagers in that Walgreens parking lot. Seal is not it. We go to J&B. Usher is not it. We go to the Stooges. Five seconds. Going. Akon, it's a bold try. We go to the Incredibles. 5 seconds. Going. Justin Timberlake is 2 words. Llama Farm. Still not here. We go to the Illegal Aliens. Have you played this? Mario is right. 160. And the Aliens to 450. And now this game's tightening up. And the bar is up. Oh, I love her. She was born in 1959. She went away for a while, not prison. But after an almost 10-year absence, she came back in 2009 with Soldier of Love, 1 word. Sade is right. 180. And so the bar to 260. And Sock is up. Hey, Sock. In 2003, she sang, You Don't Know My Name. 5 seconds. Going. Beyonce is not it. You've got to get to Jack's. 3325 Ridge Road in Lansing. Trivia every Tuesday at 7 p.m. A very intense competitive game. Any of half a dozen teams can win. My game show at Oliver's gets better and better at 6100 West 159th Street in Oak Forest. Live trivia alternate Thursdays at 7 p.m. Have great food, great drink, and great trivia at Oliver's. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie is great. Tune-ups, transmissions, AC service, engine repair, tire repair, oil changes. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. They do a great job for me, and they'll do a great job for you. They're quick, and they don't charge an arm and a leg. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair, 108th and Kedzie. Trivia will be at the Sock. Alternate Thursdays at 8 p.m. 93rd and Roberts Road. Great food, great drink, great people. Everything great. Reggie's is a great place with tons of music, interesting people and staff, great food and drink at 21st and State. And amongst the cool things they have, Benkowski Trivia. All shows are now Monday at 6 p.m. Reggie's, 21st and State, a fun place. You got to get to Sheffield's. For my trivia game, I'm back there Wednesday, February 22nd, at 7:30 p.m. It's in, of course, Dyer, Indiana. Great food, great drink, great staff, great people. Just a fun time. I love going to Sheffield's, and I'll see you there on George Washington's birthday. We close out in the wake of the New England Super Bowl win by reminding you about Chicago Bears NFL titles. Just because they were low on the Super Bowl didn't mean they weren't champions of the league, because they started out early in 1921. 1932, that was the indoor game played at Chicago Stadium. 1933, 1940, 1941, 1943, 1946. Mike Ditka was playing in 1963 when they won their title, and then he moved up to head coach by 1985 when they won their first and only Super Bowl. They had one other Super Bowl appearance with Lovie Smith, a loss to the Colts. And the Chicago Cardinals, and some people didn't even know they were in Chicago back in the day, for 40 years. And they used to play at Sox Park, by the way. They won NFL titles in 1925 and 1947 before the Vagabonds moved on to St. Louis and then Arizona. And finally, we tell you the AFL champions. 1960 and 61, the Houston Oilers, and I'm pretty sure that's George Blanda. 1962, the Dallas Texans, who became the Kansas City Chiefs. 1963, the San Diego Chargers. 64 and 65, the Buffalo Bills. 1966, the Kansas City Chiefs. 67, the Oakland Raiders. 68, New York Jets with Joe Namath. And 1969, the Kansas City Chiefs, one last time. Thanks for watching. See you next week. You've been watching the Perfect Pitch Auto Repair Sports Spotlight. Perfect Pitch located at 108th and Kedzie. Take your vehicles there for great repairs. This week's show has been brought to you by the Lansing Floral Shop. Call for your flowers at 708-474-1212. Huck Finn, a great wide-ranging menu, along with donuts and ice cream. Open 24 hours at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Imprint Graphics, leaders in booklet, perfect bound saddle stitch. Very competitive pricing, 708-396-1010.